everybody, I am Amy from BodyFit by Amy, and this is your kettlebell total body burn workout. In this workout, we are working the total body using a kettlebell. We will get strength, we will get cardio, and we will bring the burn. Of course, I'm gonna give you lots of different options to work to your fitness level. Are you ready? Let's do it. All right, let's start by getting our bodies moving. You can march, you can jog, whatever you need to do. Let's just get the arms and legs moving. We're gonna get the blood flowing, get our body's temperature up, get our muscles warm, get the energy up, and just try to release any stress we may be feeling from the day, from the week, from the month, whatever it is. You're just gonna be here present with me today. We are just here to move our bodies. If you showed up today, you are already succeeding. Let's take those shoulders, big rolls to the back. Start them small, make them bigger. So we're just gonna get a few mobility exercises and some dynamic warm-up moves before we add the kettlebells. Let's take it straight up right here. So we're gonna go up with the eye with our arms and then drive the hips to the back in the hinge. So shoulder mobility, big stretch to the back, and then stretch to the back of the legs. So you can see behind me, I have 3 sets of kettlebells. I have my 17, I have my 26, and I have my 35-pound kettlebells. Let's keep this going, but we're gonna take it out to a T, step out into a side lunge. So I'm gonna be using a mix of those kettlebells today. You can use whatever you have available to you. If you only have one kettlebell, I know sometimes you guys find me on YouTube because you have one kettlebell and you're just learning how to use it. That is totally fine. I'm gonna give you options, especially as we do things where we're going right side and left side or doing them together. I will give you options. One more right here, toes out, nice big Y, and then sit low. So if you have options, something a little heavier, something a little lighter, I'm gonna give you cues on how to do that. The way today's workout works is we are getting a 40-second round followed by a 30-second, followed by a 20-second round. So we have descending intervals in time, but we're going to up our intensity. So the same exercise or version of that exercise, it's actually gonna be a different version of that exercise as we go down to 30, down to 20. Let's take it right here, taps back, reach those arms in front, so it looks like this. So we're getting the same exercise variation, but upping the intensity. So sometimes when we go into that 30-second round, we're slowing it down into a tempo version of it. Sometimes we're adding an isometric hold. Sometimes we're adding something different. So upping the intensity, but going down on time. Let's hold this stretch right here. And if you can, take the hand all the way down, reach the hand up. You can hold that stretch or reach under and up. So totally up to you. If you want to keep that stretch up top, that works too. If you're able to meet me on the mat, take it here. So you can always step it back. Same thing other side, big stretch here. You can always stick with that first exercise that we do, what we're gonna call our back to basics. So if you wanna keep that for all 3 rounds, you can. If you wanna try the higher intensity, it doesn't mean higher impact, it means we're gonna up the intensity in a different way. You can try that, or you can always go back to the first one. From here, move it back into that high plank or onto the knees. If you're not on the mat already, go ahead and join me down here again, knees or toes. We're just getting the core fired up. So a little forward and back on those hands and feet. They're gonna rotate to that side plank to open up through the spine. If you wanna drop that knee, you can. If you want a little more core activation, we're gonna keep it here. So here to here, big reach, back to center, big reach, back to center, up to you on how you're getting this. Then as you're ready, go ahead and walk those hands back, little pedal of your feet, and slowly roll it up right through here. All right, tap it out and reach. So again, every exercise, and it will either be a lower body focus or a core or an upper. Sometimes we'll have upper and core together, but we'll get a mix of all of that in all of our big principal movement patterns. If something feels like too much, you can take it to body weight or drop down in weight. I'm gonna encourage you to be where you are today. This is your workout. You do you. Find the way to be challenged, but in a way that works for you and your body and your fitness level. All right, let's take it right here. Big stretch. All right, so our very first exercise is going to be a forward lunge. So I want you to try to go heavy with this one if you can. I'm gonna be stepping forward with my right foot, but the kettlebell's in my left. So if a forward lunge is good for you, you're gonna step in, get low, and then drive out of it to the back. If that's not right for you, you can just take it to a stationary lunge or a little tap back. Our second exercise is gonna be a tempo lunge, so we are gonna keep it stationary. Down for 2, up for 2. You can step in and out of it if you want. Our last one is going to be a handoff. We've got 20 seconds only. We're handing it off. If that doesn't feel right for you or you're losing your balance, I just want you to hang out in that isometric lunge. It's gonna be a burner, hence the name. Let's go ahead and get it done. So I'm stepping forward with the right, left hand has the weight. All right, let's do it. Core engage in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Forward lunge, you got 40 seconds and step it back. If it helps you to keep this arm out to the side for a little bit of balance or to keep the chest open, go for it. Now, what I love about working with the kettlebell, it's gonna pull you to one side. So you automatically have to engage with that core. So I want you to really lift up. Your goal is to keep those shoulders square, right? So I'm not letting it pull me here. I'm staying here. Drive it up. Woo! Yes, you can. And we'll have a quick break in between these, but we're gonna keep it short, all right? But to give our hands a break from the kettlebell, we've got 3, 2, 1. Set the kettlebell down. We're gonna keep that same foot forward, same foot back. Now we go down for 2, up for 2. Here we go, 30 seconds. Down, 2, up for 2. If that's not right for you, you can make it a little smaller with that range of motion. If you wanna step in and out of it, you can come up, drop it down for 2, up for 2. So many options. A little burn, right? Ah! One more, and set that kettlebell down. All right, last one. If you're able, you're gonna hand that kettlebell off underneath your leg. It's gonna get your core engaged, right? It's gonna put you a little off balance. If that doesn't feel right for you, you just hold that lunge. Are we ready? 20 seconds, get low. Here we go. Hand it off, hand it off. So I'm staying isometric in my lunge, but I'm handing off the weight. So it's creating a lot of core engagement, right? Whoo! Yes, you can. I know. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whoo! Shake it out. All right, team. So we're gonna stay in this position. So now I'm switching gears. I've got my left hand with my row, all right? So we're gonna do the row, then we'll get the other side with the lunge and the row on this side. But just to keep it simple, whatever side you're on, whatever hand had that, we've got our row. We're gonna do a regular staggered row right here, okay? Then we're gonna take it up for 2, down for 2, then we're gonna do little pulses. If it feels better for you, if you have access to a bench, you can put your knee on the bench. That's where I'm gonna go, but if you don't have it, just stagger it right here, all right? Core engaged, get set, go heavy. These are strong muscles. 3, 2, 1. Pull up towards the hip, slowly down. Now, if you have a bench or a couch or a sturdy chair, something to give you a little bit of support, that does help because we're gonna be in this hinge position for 3 rounds. I'm gonna have you come stand up in between. I'm setting the weight down at the bottom, but you don't have to. You can keep it here. The goal is to not let yourself turn into it or lose that form. Nice flat back, here we go. And here. Bring it up. 3, 2, 1. Relax. So I want everybody to stand up straight, set the weight down. Now we're gonna keep that going, but we're gonna go up for 2, down for 2. If you can, I want you to turn your palm in, turn your palm to the back. All right, we got 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Up for 2, down for 2. Still focusing on that one side, all right? Now, I know if you've got something lighter, I want you to really take it slow and maybe even go wider. If your weight feels too light, go out to the side. That's gonna make it a little harder. out to the side. Take it here, 10 seconds. I know that's the trouble sometimes when we isolate one side and then the other is maybe you have something lighter. Last one, and relax. Woo! All right, team, last time. Again, if you have a lighter kettlebell, I want you to take it out wide. Do your pulses here. If you can be here, squeeze in those back muscles. We got 20 seconds to pulse. In 3, 2, 1. Little pulses. I know it's hard with this heavy one if it starts to feel like too much. Give your hand a little support, but still pull with the back. Woo, this is hard. It's hard because we're working hard, right? Squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Oh man, you guys. That's my 35, and I can generally row it pretty well, but when it comes to a pulse, it gets hard. So I'm either gonna give my hand that extra support, or I'm gonna go lighter on the next one. All right, catch your breath. Heart rate should be pumping. We're gonna take it forward lunge, down for 2, up for 2, with or without the step in, hand off with the lunge. Then we've got our row with or without the bench. Are we ready? Get set. So now I'm stepping forward on the other side. For me, it's my left foot. Right hand has the kettlebell. Core engaged in 3, 2, 1. Forward lunge. Drop low. Bring it up. Now, in this forward lunge, yes, it's okay to let yourself hinge a little bit, right? You do not have to feel like you have to stand up super nice and tall, right? That could even get into your back the wrong way. Allow yourself to hinge forward a little bit while keeping your shoulders engaged, your chest open, your core engaged, right? Woo, right here. And up. We've got 10 seconds. Then quick breather. Then we go to our next one. Drive out of it. 3, 2, 1. Relax. All right, set that down. Getting ready for our 30 seconds. Down for 2, up for 2. Slow and controlled. If you want to step into it and out of it, you can. If you want to tap it back slowly, you can. But 30 seconds. Let's get that leg working. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Down for 2. Drive it up for 2. Again, if you want to make it more of a reverse lunge, on that first and fourth count, you step in, you step back. Some people feel a lot more stationary with, whoo, and breathe. Keeping it stationary or without moving, that split squat, some people like it better, and relax. Whoo, set it down. All right, this one, remember we're gonna hand off the weight. If you don't feel comfortable handing off the weight, because it's gonna throw your balance and work your core, I want you just to hold that isometric lunge. Let's get it done. Heart rate's up. In 3, in 2, 1. Here we go. Hand it off. Hand it off. Chest is still open, even though I'm staying low and I'm feeling how I have to stabilize, not just in my legs, but really in that core. Yes, you can. Boom. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Whew, right? In those legs. Taking it to that row. All right. So we're taking it here. If you don't have a bench or something to support, just keep it in this regular row. Slow, turn it in, and then pulse it. All right? I'm probably gonna go a little lighter on my pulse. So I'm gonna keep this 25 close by. I'm gonna try to keep everything else with this one. Go ahead and get set. Here we go. Bring it up and down. Either way, I've got my back nice and flat. I'm making sure that I'm supported. Soft bend in this knee, and both knees if you're on the ground. Yes. Remembering that these muscles along our spine are really strong. All right, so you should be able to row something heavy, right? These are bigger muscles. So just because it's upper body doesn't mean that you have to try to go super light with it. 3, 2, 1. Catch your breath. Everybody come up out of it. If you're just standing up straight, right here. Otherwise, let's take it down. We're gonna go up for 2 down for 2. We've got 30 seconds here. If you want to turn into it, we get a little bit of that work, mobility through our wrist, elbow, and shoulder. In 3, 2, 1, up for 2, down for 2. Slow and controlled. Yes, you can. Doesn't matter how many we get. We want quality over quantity. And breathe. Yes. Strong back muscles. I know. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Woo! Gonna set that one to the side. All right, 20 seconds. Come up out of that hinge. 20 seconds, little pulse. If you need extra support, take it here. If it's feeling too easy, take it wide. But we got 20 seconds to finish it strong. Whew. My back is feeling it. Let's do it. Woo! In 3, core engaged, hinge it. 2, up in the pulse. 1. Yep, that's still hard, but manageable. Again, no shame if you need to go here. You're still gonna pull, and you're just gonna give yourself extra support, right? That sometimes helps us keep it in our back and not up in the head, neck, or shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe. All right, team, we got those out of the way. Now we're taking it, let's finish out this circuit. We're taking it to a little march. So we're gonna hold one heavy kettlebell here, right here. So it's a weighted march. It's a core exercise, but we're also getting our upper body. Then we're gonna add a little press to it. So we get an upper body press, then we're gonna hold it, and we're gonna try to do the march from here. So I'm gonna start with my heavy holding in the center. I'm gonna go with my medium when I get to those second 2. So join me. Whatever you wanna do with it, if you wanna keep it at the chest the whole time and just get the march, that's okay too. Here we go. I encourage you for this one to try to go heavy, right? Because we're having to stabilize with our core. Yes, we're having to work with our upper body, but the goal here is to use your core. These marches and carries that you see in some of my workouts or other workouts, super, super important, even though they look easy, really important for grip strength, really important for balance, and a really functional way to work your core, right? Yes, 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Yes, team. All right, this time, if you can, we're gonna add a little press with it. If that doesn't feel right for you, do the press and then do the march, all right? But if you can, press and march at the same time, lots of balance, lots of upper body push, lots of core. 3, 2, 1. I know, it's hard because we're working hard, right? 30 seconds only, and again, if you need to, press, march, and march. All right, you can always take them separate. 10 seconds to go. Breathe. Ugh. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Whew. I'm not feeling super strong in this workout, and that is okay. I'm gonna go to my lighter one. It's still 17 pounds for this next one. I'm gonna hold it up. If that's not right for you, you just keep what we just did or what we did in the beginning, just the march or the march and the press. If you can, hold it up top, a little bit out in front. Here we go. If that feels like that's straining your neck or your shoulders, back to here or here, right? Either one. 10 seconds. Here we go. I want you to feel safe with it, but I want you to be challenged. 5, 4, 3, 2, and breathe. I know, team. Woo! All right. Before we close out this circuit, I know it's a long first circuit. We're gonna take it to a swing. We're gonna start with our deadlift. So 40 seconds of a deadlift. It's a hinge, kettlebell in the center, and then that swing, which you know I love. All right? So let's get it done with the swing. Well, the deadlift first. So 40 seconds, you're gonna hinge, stand up straight. Here we go. Heavy kettlebell, these are strong muscles. Now, this hinge is your back to basics for your swing. If you've never done a swing before, feel free to just do the deadlift. Watch what I'm doing. Soft bend in the knees, but I'm pushing my hips to the back and then standing up straight. I'm keeping my arms in place. When we get to the swing, same thing. We are not using our arms. We're keeping it all in what we call the posterior chain, back of the legs, glutes, hamstrings. 10 seconds. And breathe. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, you can do all of that again. Or if you want to try the swing, or if you're comfortable with the swing, we're gonna hike it back. We're gonna power it up with the back of the body, lock out at the top, let it drop. Power it up, lock, let it drop. Arms are along for the ride. It's all in here. Let's get that core engaged. Let's get lots of power. If that doesn't feel good for you, go back to the deadlift. We are getting it done. Here we go. Prep it. 3, 2, 1. Power. Let it drop. Use your breath. Really make that breath, that exhale vocal, audible, I should say. That's gonna help you power up. Let it drop. Up. Let it drop. Yes, you can. Woo! Breathe. Lots of power. Connect with the core as you lock out the glutes and hamstrings. 3, 2, 1, swing and relax. Oh man, that was a long first circuit, right? Catch your breath, team. Let's grab some water. Oh, cheers, y'all. Woo. All right, we're on to circuit 2. Last right side, left side on this one. So don't worry, should go a little quicker. Here's what we got, team. We're gonna start with a plie squat, so back to our lower body. We're gonna do what I call a plie squat drop. If you are able, plie, set the weight down, and pick it back up, all right? You're gonna set it down, pick it back up. That's gonna make you get really low. If that doesn't feel right for you, I want you just to do a regular plie squat. Then if you're able, we're gonna open out on a transverse plie. So you open out on the diagonal, all right? If that's not right for you, again, you just keep the plie. Then we're gonna take it to a little pulse with a little heel lift, all right? Any of those, you can keep it just regular plie. You can take it to body weight. We don't want that weight to pull us forward. We want the core engaged. If you're able to do the drop, you're just setting it down, picking it right back up. All right, team, let's get it done. Grab that heavy kettlebell in 3, 2, drop. Pick it up nice and strong. Again, if this can be the heaviest weight that you have, go for it. If you don't have that, that's okay too. So instead of adding those tempo, the slow, we're gonna add a transverse. If the transverse, opening up on the diagonal, doesn't feel right for you, you can certainly do a tempo plie, just down for 2, up for 2. Get low, squeeze up inner thighs, glutes, connect to the pelvic floor, right? All the way through. Yes, last one. Yes, give your hands a break. All right, this is what this looks like. You're gonna open out, it's still a plie squat, but you're gonna get low. Then back to center. Here, back to center. So we get the diagonal, we get the transverse movement. If that's not right for you, take it to a slow plie. 3, 2, 1, 30 seconds. Step it up. Shoulders back, chest open. You are gonna drop in the hips. If you can get to the floor, you don't have to drop it this time, but if you can get all the way to the floor, that gets us that good range of motion, right? All the way through those legs. I know. And breathe. Up. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Set it down. All right, team, I know we're feeling it all the way through. This time, you can either just hold it for 20 or a little pulse while we lift the heels, little calf raise. 20 seconds, let's get it done. Here we go. Small movement. We're really working the ankle mobility. We're really strengthening the calves. Keep those shoulders back. Woo! Burn. I know we're feeling the quads. I want you to think about the glutes. Think about your calves. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Stretch those out. Yes, team. We're taking it down to the mat. So you can either be on the mat or you can be on your back. Here's what we got. I'm gonna go medium kettlebell, medium or heavy. We're gonna do a press between two hands. So a lot of triceps, a lot of chest and shoulders. Watch me here. We're going here. Your feet can be here, up and down. Then we're gonna go up. If you feel comfortable going over for triceps, go for it. If you have something heavier that doesn't feel right for you, down for 2, up for 2. Then we'll add some pulses. All right, so in that strong position, core engaged, regular press. So close grip press with that kettlebell. If that feels too light for you and you got some dumbbells hanging out, you can always do that. Elbows come right down by your side and you go straight up above the chest, all right? Core stays engaged. We're gonna get some more core in just a minute, so don't worry. But we're really gonna get those arms working. We got the legs working. Now we got the arms. Here we go. Right here. And up. Yes, team. Woo. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Relax. So wherever you need to be, watch me now. We're gonna go up, over, and down. Now, if that feels too heavy for you, again, I want you to go slow, up for 2, down for 2. You're gonna get those triceps either way, but if you wanna add a small bend at the top, you can. 30 seconds, press and extension. Here we go. Up, bend, and down. I know not everybody feels super comfortable going over the head with the triceps. I get it, especially at this point in the workout when our hands are a little sweaty. So do what's best for you. Don't do something that feels unsafe for you. You can still get the triceps, still get the back of the arms burning with that press. I know. Ooh. Breathe and relax. All right, team, so this last one, if you can, we're gonna hold the feet up. We're gonna isometric hold with our press and little heel taps for our core. If you don't feel like doing that, just do the press. But if you can, hold the weight up halfway and little taps right here. Join me, heel taps, core is engaged. If you need to, you can take it here, but if you can hold it at that halfway point, you're gonna feel that squeeze, feel the core engaged. Yes, team, woo! 3, 2, 1, and relax. Set that down. I know, team. Whoo, big stretch right here. How about we keep that core working and we rest our arms, all right? Our arms and our legs. Big stretch here. Here's what we got. We're gonna take it to a regular bicycle. We're gonna take it to a 3, 2, 1 bicycle, and then we're gonna take it to a pulse for 10, pulse for 10. All bicycle. If that's not right for you, you can just do a little march with the knees. 40 seconds, here we go. So whether or not you're on the mat, this is just a little core break, right? Doesn't this feel like a break? You're like, I don't know if our definition of break is the same, but just because we get a break from gripping the kettlebell with our upper body, with our hands, or working through the legs. So again, right here, you can. If you want to keep the shoulders down and just go in the lower body, that works too, or take it a little higher. Either way, I know we're feeling the hip flexors because they were working hard on all of those movements. 3, 2, 1, hug the knees in. Let's get a little core burn. Let's live up to the name. So here we go. We're going 3, 2, 1, and switch. If you can touch the elbows in between, I love it. Otherwise, it's just a small movement. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, switch. 3, 2, 1. If you need to bring the shoulders down in between, you can. 3, 2, burn. Yes. And breathe. Can we get last one right here? And relax, hug those knees in. All right, team, so little pulse all to one side, 10 seconds. 10 seconds is all we need. Wrap that core. If you need to just pulse the knee in instead of that upper body, that works too, but let's do it. 20 seconds, split, 10 and 10, 3, 2, 1. Pulse with the crunch, but also bringing the knee in, right? So it's not just this, right? It's bringing in, contract, ready, and switch. Yes, you can. I know. Burn. 3, 2, 1. Burn. I love it. All right, team. Back up. All right, let's finish this one out. All right, so this last move right here, we are gonna get lower, upper, and core. You can almost think of it like a bonus move. Here's what we got. We're gonna do a curtsy. We're gonna do a bicep curl. So if you are able, with something kind of medium, if you've done a slinger curl before, it's gonna look like this. Curtsy lunge, slinger curl. If you have a heavier kettlebell or you've never done that before, 2 hands, curtsy, and up. If the curtsy doesn't feel right for you, just tap behind or do a regular lunge or a squat. All right, we're gonna take it there. Then we're gonna hold it. Again, 2 hands or 1. And then we're just gonna hold the lunge and hold the curl. Or we're gonna do a little twist. Sorry, we're gonna do a little twist for core. Whoo! It's a lot to say, that's a mouthful. So here we go. If you're able to do the slinger curl, bring it up. Otherwise, 2 hands. Right foot forward, left hand with the weight. Let's do it. Curtsy, sling. Take it down, use the legs, use the arms. So you're getting your full body to drive it up. You get some power to help the biceps. Looks like this from the side, so you can maybe see a little better. Again, if that doesn't feel right for you, hold that weight here and bring it up. That's a perfectly fine bicep curl. We're gonna get it both sides. Let's make them work. Ready? And up. You can get the slinger. Up. Whoo! Burn. And breathe. All right, team, so this time I want you to hold it with 2 hands, and we're here to here. It's stationary, 2 hands, legs stay in place. Here we go, down and up. Hip to shoulder. So you see what we're doing? We're getting our core working hard right here. Down and up. Breathe. Arms and legs and core. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax it down. This time, team, we're gonna hold the weight. We're gonna hold the curtsy. We're just doing a little twist. Twist. If that's not right for you, just hold everything at the bottom. Let's get it done. 20 seconds. Here we go. I know the curtsy is not good for everybody's knees. Maybe it doesn't feel right for you. You can always take this regular, right? Right here. Yes! Keep it going. Last 2, 1. Relax. Yes, team. I know. Before we get that second one, we're just gonna do one little core thing. All right, we're gonna come into that high plank. We're gonna bring the knees across. Knees across, that's all we need. Stretch it out. Join me on the mat. If you wanna do this standing, just do a standing march like we did before. Here we go, 30 seconds only. Core break, we're gonna call this. Basically just to give our legs a little break and our arms. If you wanna keep the knee off the ground or the foot off the ground, it's gonna get a little more. That's hard after all those bicycles, right? Breathe. Ha. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch it back. All right, team, all this on the other side. Again, I know the curtsy's a little tricky and we're making it even harder with the slinger curl and that cross curl, right? If you need to, regular lunge, or you can even do a squat with it, all right? But let's get it done. Other side, stepping back into the curtsy, up into the slinger curl or 2-handed, up to you. 3, 2, 1, here we go. And really take your time with it. Feel the power that you're getting from that lower body. And up. Yes, you can. You gotta keep the kettlebell a little bit to the outside. So again, if a regular lunge is better for you to really get the slinger, go for it. 10 seconds. Catching it at the top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, yes. I know, I'm feeling it right there with you, team. Here we go. Down, up, down, up. 30 seconds. Let's get that heart rate up. It's already up there, I mean. Here we go. Curtsy, hip to shoulder. Lots of stabilizing happening here. So lots of core work. Lower body, upper body. Yes, with those arms. And a lot of twisting in your core. Take your time. Up. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, team. I'm feeling it right there with you. If I were working out on my own, I would say, oh, that's probably good. My heart rate's up, my legs are burning. I wouldn't want to do these last 20 seconds, but we are in this together. So let's do it together. You can either just hold everything contracting or small little twist while you hold the curtsy. Catch your breath for 10 more seconds. You can do it. Here we go. Get it done. In 3, 2, 20 seconds. Small pulse, small twist. It can be as small as you want it to be, or it can just be holding. You're still gonna feel everything, legs, arms, core, from that hold. 10 seconds to go. Yes, you can. Keep it going. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. Relax. Yes, team. One more core break, but it's only 20 seconds this time. If you want to run it like a climber, either standing or down, join me here. Here we go. 3, knees across, whatever you did before, but only 20. Pick up the pace if you can. Here we go. Let's finish it out strong. We're gonna get one more swing after this. So we'll get a breather before, we'll get some water before. 10 seconds, team. Drive those knees across. Yes. 3, 2, 1. Stretch it back. Catch your breath. Let's grab some water. All right, team, I know. I'm feeling that all the way through and through. Let's take it to one more swing. That is it. Then we're cooling it down. Okay, so you can do the deadlift that you just did, or you can do the swing, but let's finish it out strong. All right, you know I love a swing. It's my favorite kettlebell move. Might be my favorite move ever, although I could never pick a favorite exercise. Whatever you got in these last 30 seconds, I want you to give it to me. Let's finish strong, then we're cooling it down. We're done for the day. Here we go. Get set, shoulders back, lots of power, lots of strength. You are here, you are strong, you are capable. Let's do it. Let it drop. You showed up today. Show me what you've got. If you're feeling spicy, hand off that weight. Maybe that's not right for you. Keep it together, or hand off right and left, especially if that kettlebell is feeling light. Here we go. Let it drop. Yes, you can. 3, 2, 1. Swing and relax. Yes, you did it. Oh, pedal those feet. Whoo. Right here, walk them in. Take your time. You can hang out in this position, either hands on the kettlebell, on the bench, on your knees, but just get that little pedal stretch through the back of the legs. Every time we push the heel down and back, you can feel. Then come up halfway. Let's stretch our back, standing cat-cow, right here. Y'all, how do we feel? Leave me a comment, please. I would like to hear from you. All the way up. Take your hands up. Yes, leave me a comment, leave me a like. Let me know how you're feeling. I'm feeling super tired. I always try to program these workouts in a way that, yes, they get progressively harder, but also we're getting more tired. That curtsy and slinger curl really got me at the end. I don't know about you. I was feeling pretty good in that first long circuit, but we are in it together, always. I am here with you. That is why I know I could put workouts out there and tell you what to do, and they could be beneficial. You would probably do them. But me being right here with you, sweating alongside you, out of breath, feeling every burn, I hope that's helpful for you. I know it's helpful for me to think about you guys out there working hard right alongside me. That is what gets me going. That is what keeps me encouraged, is that we are in this together. So thank you for showing up and being here with me today. Leave me a comment, leave me a like. Please be sure to get some more flexibility and mobility, some more stretching on your own today and throughout your days. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. One big deep breath in and out. You did it. That was your kettlebell total body burn workout. Great job, everybody.